Alright, this is my 2018 Sportsman 570 by Polaris. Bought this bike about 4 weeks ago. Before I did a lot of research, which I'm pretty sure a bunch of you are if you're watching this video. I've been out of the four-wheeler, I guess, game for a long time. My bike right before this was a 1996 Kawasaki Vayu 220 that I've had since I was 13. So this new era of bikes was pretty unfamiliar to me. I knew years back 570 was absolutely outrageously big, but now they go up to thousands and higher, so I really had no idea if this was enough bike or not anymore. And if anybody else is watching this and has that same question, I can guarantee you a 570 is plenty of bike. It's probably more bike than you actually need. But as I was watching it, doing a lot of research on this, because I heard a lot of good things about the Polaris, is everybody I watched videos on had the ultra deluxe model with all the bells and whistles, or the high lifter edition, something other than the base model. This, even though I got the extra package, all this is rims and tires. This is nothing else but rims and tires. Sorry if I'm shaking out here a little bit. I'm not dressed for this weather, and it's about 12 degrees right now. So I wanted to do one. I'm not a video maker, I'm not a YouTuber, so I apologize if this is an absolute horrible video. But I wanted to do one for people to show the base model and answer a few questions. First of all, this 570 has enough power to hurt you, I promise you. I've been riding four-wheelers since I was 13, and not just mine. Kawasaki, I've ridden family members. My grandpa had a Foreman. They were just really never bigger than a 300. But I'm by no means a novice rider, and within my first day of having this, that little crack, yeah, I was doing donuts and flipped it. So trust me, it has enough power to hurt you, and it has plenty of power to do. I put a little ball hitch on mine. I pulled a trailer around the yard. I had about 1.5 cords of wood on it, and the trailer itself is really not a four-wheeler style trailer. It's a truck trailer, so it pulled it no problem. I put it in low and just kept on. But this base model, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking about getting these for Christmas or the holidays. It does have plenty of power. The four-wheel drive seems to work real good. You can see mine's a little muddy. I haven't done too much. You can kind of see a little bit of my property. I've got 10 acres. About 7 of that is pasture. The rest I've kind of got a lake and whatnot in my house. So I ride on pretty flat ground, but back in the woods I've taken it through the trails. It took me a little cutting and moving some branches because this four-wheeler's a lot bigger than my 220, so getting through the woods was a little tougher because it's really thick back there. But I have put it through the mud on the back side of my property. Did fine, didn't get stuck. Couldn't ask for anything better. Now let me go into a little more detail, just in case anybody hasn't watched any of the other videos, as far as what this bike entails. I got my key in. The odometer's gonna come on. Alright, so I've got 23 miles I've put on this bike since I've got it about 3 weeks ago. It's got a park indicator. You can change what this says by hitting this little yellow button right here. Trip 2, volts on your battery, engine, I believe that's engine hours, yep. Service hours, so this is counting down from 25. Engine temperature, RPMs, miles per hour. It already has miles per hour up at the top 0, so I keep mine on odometer. To start it, you have to hold this handlebar in right here, and you would just turn the key. Can't really do it with one hand. You have a gear shift, park, reverse, neutral, low, high, and then from there you've got 2-wheel drive. Flip it over, it's all-wheel drive on demand. If anybody's not familiar with that, it means you are riding around in 2-wheel drive even when you're switched over to here. But as soon as those rear wheels start slipping, your fronts kick in and it turns into four-wheel drive. So just anybody that's not familiar with that process, if you are familiar with it and want to know why I'm telling it, because I'm mainly doing this video for people who were just getting into the game like me. And like I said, I was just kind of aggravated I couldn't find a base model on the video. We got storage up under here. Even though I cracked mine, it didn't hurt the storage at all. It's got somewhat of an O-ring seal by little cracks on the outside of it. Now this is not waterproof, even though I think for the most part it is. They just will not tell you it is waterproof. Basically, if you completely sink the bike, I don't think it would. Riding around in the rain, yeah, I think they're gonna be okay. Then you've also got back here, I've got a real long driveway, so I'll ride this to the mailbox, put my mail in it, and ride back. You also got a foot brake. Brakes on this thing is great. The foot brake isn't all that great. The handlebars is awesome. I really have zero complaints with this bike. I mean, absolutely none. For the money, I don't think you could buy a better bike. You really can't. The only complaint I have, and I think there's a way to fix this, from what somebody told me, I just haven't researched it. If you have low beams on, the two bottom lights are on. If you hit high beams, just the handlebar lights come on. To me, I think I had high beams, they should just all stay on. Only issue with this is it is a legit high beam, meaning it is way up in the air, like you're midways up those trees way back there in the back. So it's not the greatest as far as just riding around your property in high beam. It doesn't feel like you get any more light, it actually makes it less. But if you needed to look up, I guess you got it. Anyway guys, this is the base model. For anybody who is looking into getting one of these bikes, and watches all the videos on the Ultra Editions and special packages, this is a base model bike. And I can tell you, I have no complaints. I'm not a Polaris fanboy or a Can-Am fanboy. Like I said, I told you, you can kind of see my dirty garage back there. Maybe, that's a little too dark. You can see, I was up there eating cooking stuff down. You can kind of see what I went to. Okay, I have no preference to one way or the other. I just did my research. This is what I came up with. I have zero complaints with it. If I had to do it over again, I'd buy this one. My buddy came and rode it about 2 days after I had it, and he was already talking about getting forward. Well, this is what he's going to get at the end of the month. He was going to go get it that day, but he had to pay for a truck tag. So bills and stuff come first, toys comes later. But I don't think there's a better bike out there for the money. Go test ride one. Have a question to ask in the comments about it. If I can answer it, I will. Like I said, I'm not a video YouTuber, so video shaky, not making any sense, I apologize. I just was kind of annoyed at the way videos were done, decided to do my own just to answer any questions for somebody like me who wasn't going to go out and pay the money for the Ultra Edition package. I got this at a really good deal. If you look around, I'm sure you can too, and I promise it's more bike than you'll need.